The true story of Mowgli. The brutal boy is classified as Mowgli among the most famous cartoon characters that the children followed, and this unique character was known when she appeared for the first time in 1894 within the collection of stories of the Bush book by British writer Rudyard Kipling. Contemporary historians went to talk about a true story behind the appearance of the Mowgli character. In their opinion, the British writer Rudyard Kipling, who spent many years in India, took advantage of the tragedy of a brutal Indian child who called Sinar as a source. During that period, the brutal child witnessed the incident of the vengeance of his wolf's companion, and after the end of this horrific scene, the fishermen arrested Dina Sanrar before they transferred him to one of the orphans' wolves. A number of fishermen noticed in 1867 that the brutal child wanders inside the forests with his lupus friend in the late 19th century. Insects and frogs, and attacking the rest of the animals. Dina Sanrar suffered a lot during learning to walk. In the period he spent with wolves, the latter was forced to move, using his four limbs, and for this reason workers in the orphan house found it difficult to make the wolf child fixed on his feet. During his presence at the orphanage, he obtained one close friend. The latter was only another brutal child, and there, the brutal child officially obtained his name Dina Sanrar, who registered in the records of the British authorities in India. Dina Sanrar did not learn throughout his time in the orphanage to speak or write, but he deliberately released animal sounds in order to communicate with your human being, as well as the brutal child refused to eat cooked food, but Dina Sanrar did not hesitate to eat raw meat, and sharpened his teeth by biting the bones. This helped him greatly to strengthen his teeth and make them sharpen despite his refusal to integrate into human society. But the brutal child mastered a single and unhappy human habit, namely smoking, where Dina Sanrar was unable to integrate into human society, as the latter maintained the habits of the life of the wolves that he learned during his childhood. At the limits of the year 1895, the brutal child who inspired his story inspired the author of Mowgli's life stories after a bitter struggle with tuberculosis at the age of 30 years. Based on some reports, historians are likely to have the latter of this disease due to Adam.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, and the notification bell.